Hi guys, welcome back. This is the Smart Invest. In this episode, we'll be talking about the Tesla humanoid robot, as Tesla recently released a new video on Twitter, or rather on their latest platform, X, showcasing some of the new capabilities of their Optimus humanoid robot. If you're interested in the topic and wonder how far Tesla's humanoid robot Optimus has come in the last year, what new players have entered the robotics market and what breakthroughs they've made, stay tuned for a few more minutes as we'll be talking about it. Before I show you this video, let's talk a bit about what we know so far about Optimus, because this will help you understand what Tesla has achieved in about a year. In September 2022, the last AI Day took place, where the world first got introduced to Optimus. It was their first prototype. Its abilities were limited to some basic movements, attempts at walking, and a bit of waving to the audience. But there was a second prototype, one that couldn't even walk independently and needed support. The point is that what we're about to see was achieved by Tesla in practically just 1 year. Of course, over the past year, Tesla has already released videos where Optimus performs basic tasks on its own, such as gardening. It can even water its little plants all on its own. The real beauty of it is that Optimus essentially uses the same software as Tesla's full self-driving, FSD, for these tasks. I thought it was important to mention this because not too long ago, Tesla made a significant breakthrough, which could be a milestone in the company's history. What happened, ladies and gentlemen, is that the latest version of FSD, version 12, no longer uses heuristics in its code. Now, what does that mean? In plain English, it means that it's now exclusively trained from video footage. No more manual coding to tell it to stop at a red light or go when the light turns green. FSD learns all this solely from an enormous amount of video data. With an increasing number of Teslas on the road, and every Tesla continuously recording its surroundings, Tesla is amassing a massive amount of data. When a customer buys a Tesla, they're essentially generating a tremendous amount of data for Tesla, in addition to the purchase price. Could this be why Teslas are becoming more affordable? What? Tesla processes the incoming data and selects the best parts to train its FSD. Of course, processing this enormous amount of data requires massive investments. For similar reasons, many small and large companies buy NVIDIA graphics cards in large quantities, as they currently prove to be the best on the market for training artificial intelligence. But here's the main point. By essentially reconfiguring the FSD code, they expect that artificial intelligence will be able to learn much faster, which could also speed up Optimus' learning rate. To stop just talking and finally show you how far Tesla has come, let's demonstrate what Tesla has achieved. How is Optimus able to function without heuristic coding? From the phase where just a year ago it could only wave, our little robot is now capable of executing more complex and intricate movements. But let's go back a year. It was mentioned that the most challenging part of Optimus to develop would be its hand movements, as human hand movements are very complex. As we can see, Optimus can now grasp smaller objects, and as we can see, its hand movements are not so bad. We can see that it can group small objects based on their colors. It can also respond in real time to human intervention, modifying its environment. The algorithm recognizes changing circumstances and adapts. Optimus essentially senses and understands the world around it. Finally, we can see that the robot, which couldn't even walk a year ago, now takes yoga poses, with a balance that puts humans to shame. I think it's not far-fetched to expect it to learn various performing arts in the near future. I'll also hint here that Tesla is exploring ways for Optimus to communicate with human speech, which, needless to say, would be another breakthrough. When Optimus is brought up, accusations often arise that Boston Dynamics robots have been capable of various tricks and even dancing for a long time, and they move more gracefully. But if you look closer, you'll realize that Boston Dynamics robots have been dancing and jumping around for 10 years. But in reality, they haven't made substantial progress since then. The key difference is that Boston Dynamics robots' movements are pre-programmed, scripted. They're like characters in a video game. They can't interact. They can only execute pre-programmed motions. While these are indeed very spectacular, they can't be used for much else. When you see Optimus arranging green and blue blocks, it learned this movement solely from processed video material, not through pre-programming. Another significant advantage of Optimus, alongside the software, is that Tesla plans to manufacture these humanoid robots in mass production. Optimus has been designed from the beginning to keep manufacturing costs low, making it suitable for mass production. And starting from Tesla's car production, we can already guess that Tesla performs very well in mass production. They've previously talked about aiming to launch it at around $25,000, but the exact price will only be revealed when the product hits the market. Since Optimus is likely to remain in the testing phase for quite some time, Tesla will probably start using them in their factories first. But if we start to calculate a bit, considering how much a factory worker's annual salary costs compared to the price of the robot, we get some troubling figures. Not to mention that compared to a human worker, Optimus won't ask for extra pay for night shifts, weekends, holidays, or, frankly, ever. It won't complain, and it won't spend hours on TikTok in the bathroom. And just so I can bring you some more good news, Hyundai has acquired 80% of Boston Dynamics for a whopping $1.1 billion. They're increasing the project's budget, leveraging advanced hardware benefits, and utilizing new technologies, entering the battle against Tesla's Optimus. If a company starts considering all these factors, it won't be very challenging to make a decision. One thing's for sure. Once we reach the point where Optimus is in mass production, many monotonous manual jobs could be at risk. But let's take a breather. We all know that in the history of humanity, there have been times when Tesla delayed one of its promised projects. So, based on past data, we can assume that it may still be a few years before Optimus is actually in mass production and rolling off the assembly line. Thank you for watching the video, and if you enjoyed the content and want to support my work, please hit the like button and subscribe.